All right, I have the beautiful, very beautiful and talented Angela Bassett. We're here to talk about her role in the film Black Nativity. It is a spin-off of the Langston Hughes play, and she plays the mother, and she does a wonderful job. I mean, I always get lost in your character when you take on the character, and it's hard for me to tell where the character ends and where you begin because you get so much into it. So tell me about your preparation when you get into a character. Is it some type of way that you've developed through the years? How do you get lost?
Oh, I guess so. You know, different ones have different requirements. But it starts with the script, the words on the page, most important place, and read it through a couple of times, and then just, you know, become open to wherever else inspiration can come. I start, you know, just slowly, maybe looking around. I could get inspiration from anywhere. For this one, of course, you know, my own first lady. You know, observing her. And, you know, she's a beautiful soul and spirit, so supportive and loving. The relationship that we as, you know, community, the parishioners, you know, observe between our bishop and his first lady. So that was, of course, a wonderful starting point for this, especially since these characters go through such a, you know, heart-rendering situation. You know, being able to cling to one another and support one another. So it was just a starting off point, but yeah, it's there in the script.
So do you ever vary from the script, you know, when you're acting?
Well, in this one there's some room to develop who that person would be. It's not, I mean, you have to make perhaps a history of the characters, what they've gone through, what you imagine. Sometimes you have to fill in the blanks also.
Was it anything in the film that touched on your own personal life? Because it did for me. My decision when my daughter came in that condition at that age was different from his. And so I looked at that. Was there anything about the film that touched in your own life?
I mean, you know, I'm a girl who was raised by a girl who's your mama, so you know, from time to time we've had, you know, our interesting dynamic, and you know, single mom, you know, of course, was our situation. But from time to time, you know, there's been challenges. I mean, of course, mother always, you know, proud of you. But sometimes it's you know, you're striking out, trying to do your own thing. You know, always wanting to make them proud, but you know, there are no perfect people.
Yeah, definitely. Now, the singing, I was like, wow. I mean, was that the first time you sang on screen? Because it's the first time I heard you, and I've watched everything.
It was.
And you did good with the
Thank you.
Blend of your voice, and I think it was Jennifer. I mean, it was just a beautiful piece. Did you practice for it? How did you prepare?
Yes, worked with Raphael Sadiq, who's our music supervisor, and he was able to provide me, you know, a coach, and she was so helpful to me. But then, of course, just always, you know, bringing it back to the story, the message that you're trying to convey. It was such a beautiful song.
Yeah,
and you just imagine what the situation is. That just adds such great depth of emotion and feeling to it.
And the fact that it was so much music, when you were approached with the project, did you know at that time you had to sing, and what did you think about taking on a role of so much music involved?
Well, initially, I mean, you know, once you said yes and got into it, it's a little daunting, you know, a little scared. But initially, when you think of, you know, Langston Hughes and who you're going to work with and some of the other people, it's like, yes, we'll figure out that singing part later. I'm not gonna say. You know, I remember Casey sitting. We met and break bread, and she was telling me her vision and her concept and showing me some footage of what she had just lightly filmed, just an idea, give you sort of a framework. Because it was to read and imagine what it might be. Of course, it's her baby. She wrote, she's direct. She was so clear, about the look and what it would be, and it was hard to, read and imagine that. You filter it through your own lack of understanding. But I remember saying, and you sing, right? You can sing, and like, yeah. Actors never say no. We can do it all. We can tap dance, skydive, juggle, sing, play chess brilliantly, trumpet, drums, whatever. We'll figure that part out later.
Well, you did wonderful. You did wonderful. And last question, because he gave me the wrap it up, is the message. To me, there were so many messages. What is it that you want us as an audience to take away from it?
There's just such great humanity in the film, and I think it's it's family, it's being in relationship with one another, just forgiveness, reconciliation, love. Love is the key.
Yes, it is. My favorite line, love is the key. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.